let's just go ahead and do it for now, and we'll take a look at it. So that's kind of what I had in mind. Let's go ahead and kick off the gravity here. Deselect. So this is kind of what we would be looking at. Let's kind of imagine we're walking in here. So this is what we're looking at so far. Now, these engines being blocks here, kind of plain and boring. I could certainly put something in there. And maybe that's what we do. Maybe we'll do like another gyroscope and the power or something to kind of make this not look so plain and flat. Get some power here. For example, I could do something like that. You could even stack it on top. So that's a little bit better. And then on the side, we actually have some more pieces, right? If we come in here, there is a, let's see, there was kind of this guy, a refinery. I think that this is like one block. Maybe it's two, I'm not sure. Okay, it's actually pretty big. Let's fly out here a bit and see just how big this is, because this might be kind of cool in here too. Oh, we could lay it down too. That's an interesting idea. But I kind of like that, kind of making it hit the back end there. Having an issue here. Why is it not sitting down? There we go. Okay, so that's pretty cool. Interesting. What does the back side of this look like? Okay, so the other thing too is actually, yeah, that's pretty sweet. We can, because the back side has kind of got, you know, the front actually says refinery on it, and it's got this one particular look. If I lay this down on its side, then the word refinery looks a little goofy. It's sideways, but the back end of it has kind of, wait, does it say refinery as well? Oh, it does. But the side of it does not. Interesting. Now we can use these, we could use these as part of the look of the booster, come to think of it. Let's try this. We're going to remove a block or two here. And let's see, rotate that way, and then something like this. I think that says refinery on it as well. One of these sides doesn't say refinery. Refinery, that says refinery over that panel, that says refinery. Okay, so there's actually, it says refinery on all sides, unfortunately. But that has the panel though. And I think that's the panel you access. So if I actually spin this 1, 2, oh, there's one on each side. Interesting. Sorry, I know I'm kind of mumbling to myself here. And this won't fit there for some reason. Why is that? I'm not really sure why it won't go there, but it will go here. Anyway, we'll go ahead and do that for now. And then I want to come inside and see where that panel's at. It's up high. When I say panel, what I'm talking about is this guy right there. So if we're in here and we have 0 G's going on, can't really, can we kind of reach that or no? Not really, unless we fly up. Okay, so with that in mind, I'm not sure I want this kind of laid out that way. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on getting a refinery in here. I may take these out, but I kind of want to get some laid down because it really adds to the engine room. It looks like it's, you know, got a lot more going on. So I'm going to play around with that a little bit, and then I will bring you right back. Well, as you can see, I stacked up the refineries. I've actually got 2 of these on each side, so it's kind of mirrored over on the other side. And I extended some of the arms out here for the thrusters. So if I can rotate the correct direction here, you can see I've got a whole bunch of these points sticking out here, which I think looks kind of cool. And of course, I'm not done with these. I'll play with these. We're going to get some more angles out with these, I think. I mean, I actually don't mind the squared up look out here. Just as is, it looks kind of cool. So anyway, we'll see what happens. But yeah, we've got the 2 refineries in here. Now I don't have gravity on the ship. It was kind of funny because I had gravity. I didn't really think about it. I thought, oh, check this out, I've got gravity with the jetpack off. That's cool. Well, I walked back here a little bit and the gravity goes away, so the jetpack turns on there. And anyway, I just realized that I didn't have the gravity guy on here. Called the gravity guy. What is it? It's the gravity generator. So we need to go ahead and put one of those in. And we'll probably stick it in here, right? It makes sense. And I've got a lot of extra stuff. I put a lot of the gyro guys in here, so the gyroscopes. I'm so bad with the names today. So anyway, let's go ahead and I think I can take 2 of those off. Actually, you know what? I think I only had 2, come to think of it. So maybe we don't want to do that, but we so we'll do the 1, but then let's get the gravity generator and see what that guy is all about. Yeah, that looks pretty cool. So I think we'll go ahead and stick this guy here. And no matter how you rotate it, it's got the name there, so that's cool. So there is our gravity generator. Now, I like the look of that with the blue light. It almost makes me think like it might be cool out visible with the thrusters somewhere. So I don't know if that's like, you know, maybe you go out on the ends here. I don't know if that looks goofy or what. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, it's not terrible. All right, well, we'll have to consider that. I may put some of these around the, you know, the outside of the ship, just because they are lit up and they look different than the thrusters. So, for example, I could put some inside of here. Oops, I didn't mean to delete that. I keep doing that. Come on, Weem, get with it. Less right-clicking. So something like that. The cool thing about that too is that's the back of a thruster, which is a flat kind of gray color, so it hides that a little bit better. Yeah, I think that actually looks pretty sweet. So anyway, we may even do more of that. You can see we've got some of this more flat gray color here on the sides of the thrusters, so we can actually cover those up if we use the generators there. Okay, so I'm getting all twisted around. Oh, because we have the gravity all over the place, so maybe that won't work. I thought the gravity would just kind of all work, you know, as one. I didn't know they would overlap each other, but you can see we have a whole lot of gravity going on, so yeah, let's go ahead and kill those. That's not going to work the way we want. So anyway, what we need to do is we need to finish off this engine room and get it closed up. And so let's go ahead and start with these single blocks and just kind of fill in this area. Oh, I deleted a thruster when I did that. No good, Weem. No good. So that's what we want there. Oh wait, there's one more in. There we go. Okay, so with the blocks, let's go ahead and, because we can't do the generator here to kind of cover that up, let's just go ahead and use a block on the back of it. And then we will go left 3, right 3. I'm just going to go ahead. I think what we'll do is we're just going to close this up very flat and very boring, like just so we kind of see where we're at. Let's see, I had a block there, it looks like. So that gets us up a bit. I am going to want, there's an angle to this refinery, so if I for example, if I made this the roof, you'd be able to see in through that little angle right there, yeah. So we're going to want to cover that up. Go that way. Don't go into my face. We're all spun around here. So let's see. Let's get over here. Right, so we did this. Then we went there. So that's cool. Fill that in. Game will be saved. So that gets the roof, at least for the most part, not entirely. We obviously have this gap here. Let's see. And like I said, I'm kind of just concerning myself with blocking everything in for now versus making it look all that great. So something along those lines. Let's see if we can keep that symmetrical on this side. Something like this. Looks like I went one more there. And what did I do down there? Can't really see. What did I do? I think I went like that and like that. Cool, so that should pretty much close that in. Let's go ahead and kill gravity and jump up here to the cockpit. So here we are at the cockpit. We spin around. We're going to come down into the ship, come down a ramp. And there we go. We've got the engine going. That is very cool looking. I like that a lot. And then we can kind of step between here, access the refinery on this side, and we'll get some lights going in here. I do need to fill those gaps. We wouldn't want to walk out the bottom of the ship, but yeah, that's pretty sweet looking. So we'll go ahead and put floor in there. Cool. I like it. I like it. Look at all this room we've got. So like I said, we'll go around the outside to make things look a little bit more cooler. And we still have a lot more to do, of course. We've got to get this cockpit area covered up. And yeah, and I don't want the top to be so flat. And then, of course, we haven't even addressed the bottom of the ship. You know what this is reminding me of right here? This little angle. Those of you familiar with Firefly, their ship is called Serenity. And it has this kind of look. Maybe subconsciously that's what I'm heading towards. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and look around here and start to clean stuff up. You know, for example, I don't like this being so flat. I think this is where we'll start. And I'm going to try to get some kind of angles going on back here, I think. I may end up sticking with angled in the front and really keep it blocky in the back. I don't know. I'll have to play with this. Yeah, I'd say it's looking pretty sweet. I did another kind of column of the thrusters right up the middle here. You can see I go up from the engine room and down. I even extended some arms down there for it. So yeah, I'm really liking how this came out. Now I've decided I'm going to leave these square out here. These will just end as they do now. Of course, we may change the color of them. And from the side, you can see I added a number of the angled pieces out here to make this a little less blocky, heading back in that direction. So we closed in the engine room, you saw that. And yeah, that pretty much takes care of this. I'm actually pretty happy with everything from this point back. I may change a little bit. Some of these corners right here I may tweak a little bit. But otherwise, I'm pretty happy with how this is. So now we need to kind of redirect our focus to the front of this thing and our bridge, essentially. So let's see. We had the angled pieces. We put those down for the flooring here. So we do need to kind of continue our work here. Let's see. If I break out the block here, we can click this through. Let's see. Maybe we'll leave that last one there. So we can do 3 there. Trying to get an idea for what we have space-wise. So something along those lines. Now we have those kind of pieces extending, these bars extending out the back of the ship there. And I want to kind of continue that theme. So what I'm going to do is, and you can see I've got this one sticking out here. I think what we're going to do is we're going to have another one. Of course, now that I think about it, we don't want to get too tall because we want to be able to step out of here and onto the platform. Of course, I could make this taller as well. Alright, let's accommodate the ship, the coolness of the ship first. So for example, if I take one of these and extend it out, you can kind of get an idea for what I was thinking. And we can close in the cockpit and have this extend. It could go even farther out the back. But I kind of like the idea of having everything kind of come, you know, facing towards the back. It gives that streamlined kind of look, even though it's a bit blocky. So let's see. I think what we'll do is we'll just go ahead and put a single block on these spaces. Let's see. We do have this corner piece here. I think we'll go ahead and put a solid block here. So that kind of gives us, again, our floor plan, which is not a lot of space, but that's okay. I really didn't need much. Let's see. We'll do 2 here and 2 here. So I think what we can do is we can kind of count on the roof being somewhere along here. I didn't think I was holding shift. Why did it do that? Why? Now I'm deleting all this. Okay. Anyway, I'm all over the map. Let's go ahead and set down in here. So yeah, this is kind of what we're looking at. Why am I sinking into my cockpit when I don't have a jetpack on? Shouldn't be an issue. Okay, let's try turning it off again. Okay, I think we're okay now. Had to do a little run test there. So yeah, this is what we're looking at. I think I am sinking into the floor. This is doing some weird stuff to me right now. Okay. So I think the cockpit... Yeah, look at that. How weird is that? No, turn the jetpack on. Huh, very strange. Well, let me fly back up here and consider the cockpit. I think what we're going to do is keep it relatively... I kind of like the idea of it being blocky, having a big flat nose at the front, but I don't know. We'll see. I am kind of doing the angled stuff up front, pointing towards the more flat surfaces in the back, so it would make more sense. I like the idea of this flat piece here that's kind of out the bottom and kind of carrying that up the top. I may even carry that just a bit taller. I set it back a bit, but I don't think that's what I want to do. I think what I want to do is something like this. Okay, something's going on. Ah, my shift key is stuck. That's the problem. That could be an issue. Okay, something like this. Oh, once again, it's not letting me... Oh, because I broke this. Yes. Ta-da! Weem is learning. Let me extend that really far back there. So... something like that, and leaving it flat is kind of cool. So I can actually carry this up and then do, well, I want to do that on the other side. Spin about, find the angled piece, the 7, begin the mad rotation that, oh, well, I got it. I was going to say that I'm going to get wrong a million times. Never mind. Maybe I just need to talk bad about myself whenever I use it and it will just work. So yeah, something along those lines. I think I like that. Let's see if I do that again. And oh, look at that. First click there. Something like that. And then of course we want to do that on the other side here. Let's see. Let me do this kind of angle here. So I kind of forgot where that was. So that, excellent, and I'll probably just fill that in, but we'll wait. So let's see, I think that's looking pretty good. I don't need this to be all that complex. I mean, I can just carry that to the front, and this to the front, and then this guy. In fact, I could bring this off as well. Something like that. Yeah, that seems kind of cool. Now, although now it's kind of reminding me of like a turkey or something. It's got its stuff hanging off the top. But yeah, I think that looks pretty sweet. Let's go ahead and fly into here. So I don't really have any kind of opening. I'll probably put something in the back that's always left open for me to easily get in and out of here. Cool. So here we are. This is what we're looking at. Again, I've got some open space in here. I'm not really opposed to that. We could put the grate in, the piece that they plan on, or at least they intend on using as windows. Let's actually go ahead and do that. We'll take the refinery out, and we'll drag this guy in. So let's see. Can we rotate this? Yes. So we could have it inside or out. I kind of like it inside. So let's do that. So there's that, and of course we can do that inside here as well. Somewhere. I think of how we want to do that. Like that, I suppose. I'm not sure if I want to see it that easily. Coming through here. Cool, so that actually fully closes this in. There's actually no way into the ship now. Without kind of popping a hole somewhere. So I may end up kind of resolving that back here somewhere, making some way for me to come into the ship. And it may be a ramp here. Let's see, how would I do that? Am I going to run into some of these pieces here? No. So I could do some kind of ladder, actually. Maybe that's the better way to go, because then I'm only occupying one space. So if I bring this guy in here, something like that, I could do this right here. Let's see. Do I want to do it facing that way? No, let's do that. Put a block here. Clear this out. So this would be kind of our, in and out out of the ship here. Whoa, let's turn on the jetpack here. Cool, so we would always have a spot. It's kind of weird having an open thing when you're dealing with a ship in space, but you know, we're not concerned with oxygen. Now that I mentioned that, that could be kind of cool, and I don't know if they have that planned or not, but that would be pretty sweet if they had airlocks and you had to consider that. And if you screwed something up, and yeah, that could be pretty sweet. Of course, if you crash a really big ship, that could be kind of tedious trying to fix it and close in all the holes you just created in crashing your ship. But hey, I don't know, maybe those are the things you should have to consider.